might wonder, why am I wearing chains around my neck? Why? Because it represents, in my views, the state of humanity at the moment. Chains to an extractive industrial era that we simply must break free of in order to survive. It represents the idea that our present security strategy keeps us chained to the past, chained to the extractive industrial economy with a security strategy designed to protect a system that is in fact the source of our future insecurity. So to use a metaphor, humanity's like a ship that's in a harbour, and we're anchored tightly with these big heavy chains, and they're holding the ship very steady when it's calm. The chains have been there so long holding us in place that they've become rusted. So even if you want to bring up those chains and move on, you can't. The problem is that just outside this safe harbour where we're chained, something's happening out there. A big tsunami's on its way, and it will completely submerge the ship. So obviously the safest thing to do is drop the chains or cut the chains and get out of the harbour, get away from the coastline. But we don't. We stay stagnant, stuck. And we hear these whispers and little glimpses of warnings from outside this safe harbour.
No more gas, no more oil, keep the carbon in the soil. No more gas, no more oil, keep the carbon in the soil.
So just this week, Peter Carter, one of the senior scientists from the IPCC, his latest assessment was that by 2100 we're on track for 3.2 degrees, which he says is an uninhabitable planet. The only possible option is transformation. In the decade between 2020 and 2030. But I'm sure that you can see that we can't do the massive transformation that we need to save ourselves and prepare for major warfare at the same time. They're incompatible.
They talk about the climate crisis, doing nothing. Their plans are full of compromises, no decisions, no big visions. We don't own the earth, we've only borrowed from tomorrow. And I find it kind of funny, I find it kind of sad. The measures we are taking are actually really bad. For decades we have known that the climate's gonna change, but people still ignore it. It's a very, very mad world. Mad world. Children realize that something's wrong there. Happy school strike, happy school strike. Any climate change is very unfair. Someone's profits are others' losses. Those who cause it are the least affected, well connected, well protected. Those who suffer most have little choices, unheard voices, unheard voices. For most people it's not funny and things are getting rough. The measures we are taking are really not enough. I find it hard to tell them that we are much too slow in cutting our emissions. It's a very, very mad world. Mad world. Mad world. Mad world. Very, very mad world. Mad world. Mad world. Mad world.
My assessment is that something called the hyper threat, the hyper threat is global warming plus all forms of environmental degradation and destruction put together. In other words, the unravelling ecosystem and climate system together presents a new form of violence, and that over this century it will be the dominant form of killing, violence, destruction and harm. It's not a scientific or economic governance issue, it's the new way that violence is going to manifest. Going to war makes the hyper threat stronger.
What do we want?
Climate action!
Now! What do we want?
Climate action!
Now!
Every time we put petroleum in our car, that is linked to the Iraq War, is linked to the death of 500,000 civilians, it's linked to PTSD and soldiers dying from Iraq. Operation Beauty, the aim of that, the mission of that operation, is to protect, restore and strengthen ecosystems. It's to rescue humanity's most important ally in the fight against the hyper threat, which is nature. Our number one ally, ally one, which is nature, is hanging by a thread at the moment. The more we rescue nature, our mate, the more it can help us. But at the moment it's struggling, it needs our help.
Say no, you're not killing us. We are going to protect life. All of our life on this planet deserves to be alive. So get up and fight for it.
We honor the land that we're living on. We honor the land that we're living on. We honor the country and the old ones. We honor the country and the old ones. We sing up country and we sing it up strong. We sing up country and we sing it up strong. For we are all connected as one. For we are all connected as one. We are all connected as one. We are all connected as one.
We honor the ones who have gone before.
We honor the ones who have gone before.
We honor the wisdom of the ancient law.
We honor the wisdom of the ancient law.
We sing up country and we sing it up strong.
We sing up country and we sing it up strong.
For we are all connected as one.
For we are all connected as one.
We are all connected as one.
We are all connected as one. We honor the earth and the sea and sun.
We honor the earth and the sea and sun.
We honor the living and the life to come.
We honor the living and the life to come.
We sing
very, very